Hello. This is Rich Kale here on YouTube. Rich Gen X elsewhere. Richard of the Classic Gamers Guild.
I realized as our group linked back to Dunny that we should not restore the city as we had planned. The once magnificent buildings lay in ruin, a testament to the hatred that had consumed them. Too many people had fallen victim to that hate, to the prejudice and greed from which it sprang. Gazing out across the cavern, I decided to write another age, one that would help the Dunny survivors begin again, free from the tragedies of their past. So with my wife, Catherine, supporting me, I put aside that past to write a future. More than a year has gone by since I finished writing Relishon. I have a new daughter, who I hope will someday link to that age with me. And as I imagine Yisha meeting the Dunny, those brave men and women who are building a new life for themselves, I realize I've been given another chance as well. A chance to learn from my mistakes and leave the past behind me once and for all.
Yep, we are now playing Exile. Lovely area too, isn't it?
Breathtaking, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We call it Tamana. We moved here after Atrus finished writing Relishon. He wanted us to have a new home too.
Very nice.
I'm so glad to see you. I told Atrus our paths would cross again. He was just going to grab something for your trip to Relishon, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Unless he decides to check over the whole house first, which means he could be hours resetting all his padlocks. But I know he was looking forward to introducing you to the Dunny, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Why don't you wait in his study?
Oh, okay. The Dunny. I want to look at this view again. I mean, that is a nice view. Oh, look at that birdie flying up there. We still can't necessarily, we can't do this kind of walking or with the arrow.
No, this trip is exactly what Atrus needs right now.
Yeah?
I haven't been able to get him out of the house for months, ever since he found his journals out of place. But seeing how well the Dunny have settled in on Relishon should help him to finally relax.
I would hope so. Look at the baby. Okay, into the study. Much of an improvement over the graphics, I have to admit. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's the symbol for Riven, the 5th age, and yeah, Riven's not really anymore. Nothing there. And that's Catherine with the baby. Cute. And Cirrus Akanar. Little note here. Tamon, thank you for responding so quickly to my request for Nara padlocks. As you know, security in Tamana has become an important issue of late. Perhaps I'm overreacting, as Catherine suggests, but the idea that someone may have been sneaking into my study, reading all my journals, disturbs me after what happened to my library on Myst, after my own son, Cirrus Akanar, destroyed so many of my books. I've come to realize how delicate the link is to my worlds. I've never been able to repair those burned books to link to each age and find out if the inhabitants survived. The padlocks won't change that situation, but they should ease my fear of trespassers considerably. Sincerely, Atrus. Well, Yeah, I mean, I can't blame him on that one. Look at this. I guess this shows the Dunny culture as it has progressed. Surviving the tragedy and all that, and maybe discovering what happened on some worlds. I wouldn't be surprised if some of this shows like how the culture had once believed itself. And if you want to get a better idea of that, I would suggest finding the Myst Omnibus, which is the 3 Myst book novels that were written. You can get a better idea. And Release Sean. Ah, so that's Release Sean. Nice. Somebody came in, I think.
Well, my friend, I see you found the Relishon book. Catherine tells me you've been here for some time. Sorry if I've kept you waiting. Since we'll be gone a few days, I needed to secure some of my things.
Understandable.
And I also wanted to bring you this. It's a journal I kept while I was writing Relishon. I thought you might find it interesting to read about what I'd hoped to achieve. Compare it to what the age truly is.
Yeah?
Well, just let me get my keys to unlock Relishon and we'll be off.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm interested in hearing what you've been up to in recent months.
Well, after surviving a starfish, sure. Whoa! Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
No! No!
I know what you're up to. I know it.
Relishon!
Okay, well. I know who that guy was. He's not a nice man. And there he goes. Okay, I know he went that way. Well, let's see where he went. Ah! I recognize Chucky. At least the actor portraying him. You bulb. Okay. Alright. Well, let's get our bearings here. Wow. Come back here in a moment. Wait. Let's see what this has. This is a journal here. Always feared this day would come. For years, Cass and I dreamed of restoring Dunny. We have dedicated our lives to the task, taking upon ourselves to locate the citizens of Dunny and convince them to return to their ruined city and rebuild. Our dream has become the dream of so many, and the progress we have made towards achieving it is something of which we all can stand proud. But I know that it has been a mistake. The city of Dunny should not be restored. It should stand forever in ruins. So as both a symbol of our past mistakes and a memorial to all who lost their lives when Dunny fell. Devastating events of recent months, the war on tyranny, the death of Uta in particular. I think that might be linked to the book. The books. In particular, I've driven the truth home to me quite forcefully. If we rebuild the city, walls today? Are we not giving approval to the very illness that destroyed our civilization in the first place? Are we not setting ourselves up to repeat the pattern again in the future generations? Okay. Okay. So, he designed a new age for the dunny. Now, there's a lot of information in here, and it would take me a while to read through it all. And the best thing I could suggest is to read through it on your own. Alright. We need to find out what are these things here? What am I looking at here? It's a very odd thing, isn't it? Oh! I can turn it! Oh. Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. I wonder what that does. And what does this one do? Does it do the same thing? Oh wow. And if I turn it one more time, I'm looking at what now? Nothing. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Now, this is kind of beautiful. Where am I? Let's see. I can't do anything there. Oh, it's yellow. Oh, hey, I found another one. Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, well. Look at blue. Now, what do I look through here? I see nothing. Okay. Alright. Now I look at a broken post. Oh! Interesting. And what if I look through this end? I get red. Interesting. Wait, is that this thing here? Yeah! Interesting. Okay. Oh, wow! That's kind of neat. So what is this going to do here? See, nothing there. And if I look... Whoa! Shit. Oh! Hello. Now that looks at the broken post. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna close you off for now. Because I want to explore. Up and down. Let's see. I'm not seeing a up and down. Oh, wait, there's down. And do we have an up? I don't see an up. Do I? And is that up? And that's down, and that's up. So I have... Wow. Tusk. Oh, yeah. That is a tusk. Looks like a tusk. Looks like a house. Mm. Oh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. The focus. Oh. And, oh! It looks like the thing that I saw down there. Interesting. And then this tower. Oh. Two other, yeah, one. Oh, and another tusk-like structure along with this one. Okay. Okay. Let's go down. Whistling Rock. Yeah. That's an eerie whistling. I'm sorry. Ooh. That's the kind of thing that gives me chills. And I like it just... It's noting it. It's... Right! I actually like that. This is a nice little thing they can do with this one. I like that. But you still have to point and click. Alright, as long as there's no works here. Oh, how nice. We can enter. This is kind of pretty, though. What's this do? Oh! You can go in here. Well, that's downright clever. I like that. Ah. Oh. Oh, that's not the door I wanted, is it? Okay. Okay, let's see. Bedroom. Looks it. What's this? Another book. I've done it. I've used his swirling linking book to follow him. I touched my palm to it, swirling pale, and felt the tingling begin. There was a sudden sickening lurch inside my stomach, and I fell into the page. This has happened before. I know it. It happened the first time I came to this place, when I followed his murdering sons from Narayan. It happened when I used his hidden books. It happened when I finally opened the machine, right before the fog first ate my mind. Ugh, boy. Fog didn't find me this time. When I opened my eyes, I was alone in the room. I was standing in the home of my betrayers. I couldn't move. I was afraid. I thought they'd know that I had come and would be waiting for me, just like they had waited inside this very tusk. I was afraid they would tie me up again, and that the poisoned snakes would strike. But the silence was unbroken. The whole house was still, and without really knowing what I did, I started to search every room, every floor, every cabinet. I found his journals, Atrus never-ending journals. I found the book that brought me back to this world. The lesson were he called Jonaman, Jonan, whatever. Oh, Tamara, my love, how long have I been trapped here? How much of my life has been eaten by the fog? The face I see in the lagoon isn't one I remember ever wearing. It's so much older, so much more savage. But it is me. It is Saavedra. And I remember what they did, how they led my people to death. Mm-hmm. Oh, I've returned several times now to Tamana. I'm searching for some sign of his sons. I was certain they would run back to their father. But so much time has passed, so many years in which to forget about my people. Is that what happened, Atrus? Safe in your beautiful new home, enjoying life with your dear wife and family? Did you become so busy envisioning new worlds that you forgot the ones you already created? I must be very careful. I must not let them know that I am free. I will read what journals I can find to figure out where his two sons are hiding. And when I found the sons again, when I have got the whole family together, I'll bring them down. Atrus and his family will suffer the way I have suffered for years. Cirrus and Akana are not in Tamahan. Well, we know that. Every day I become more and more convinced Atrus' sons are not here. What happened, Atrus? Did you grow tired of them the way you tired of Narayan? Did you abandon them the way you abandoned my people behind your shield? It does not matter. I can still take revenge against their father, now that I am no longer stuck on Inhanin. I can avenge all the dead in my world. I have already reopened his other books. I have begun making changes in those worlds, using his own lessons against him. There is still much more work to be done, but eventually I will lure him into this tusk. I will find some way to make him follow me here from Tamana. Now I will concentrate on the orbiter. It is not a natural part of this world. The materials that creates it is like nothing I've seen. It reminds me just a little of the shield, and if it is the same material, it can't be damaged. Perhaps I can damage the other devices. No, it cannot be true. Surely his journals deceive me. He says he's brought them back. He says he's given his Dunny brethren new life. But how? How can one man have so much power? How can one man's writings reawaken a dead world? I don't know what this means. By all that is sacred, Tamara, what can it mean? It doesn't change a thing. I can still continue as I planned. I can still seek revenge for my people. I will make my enemies suffer. By the weaving, Tamra, this changes everything. I found a way to reprogram his scanning devices. It requires scavenging parts from another mechanism in the tusk, but I think the gears I leave can still be operated by hand. It is finished. All is ready for Atrus's arrival. Tonight I will sleep among the ghosts. Then tomorrow I will link into Tamana. When I link out, I'll be carrying his book. May the spirits of my people serve to guide me in this. Ah, boy. So we're dealing with someone who wants revenge. There's a balance. Let's see, what else? A balance, huh? Interesting. I'm gonna have to remember this. Okay. Alright. He's trying to make ink. Here. Door. There's an elevator of some sort. Pulling the handle. Yep, it's an elevator, all right. Interesting.
Atrus? Is that you? Come to rescue your book so soon? Not yet, old friend. Not yet.
I'm not Atrus. Well, I've got control back. What is this guy up to? Well, I tell you one thing. We are going to stop. I'm going to lower down. And we're going to call it quits here. And hopefully next time round we can do a little more exploring in this new age. So until next time, this is Rich Kale here on YouTube. Rich Gen X elsewhere, Richard of the Classic Gamers Guild. Wishing you a good day. Let's see if I can save. I'm going to save it right now, so. Until next time, bye-bye.